In this song, or in this lesson, we're going to learn the song American Pie. Quintessential Americana folk song's been played for decades and decades, and there are just a ton of chords and a lot of sort of arrangement changes in it. Nothing terribly difficult really in the part, just sort of a lot of sections and a lot of repetition of things, but with slight variations. So it's really, until you're familiar when all the lyrics are in place, the chart can be a little complicated just because there's so many different sections. There's a whole beginning section, the intro, that just has a lot of open chords, and it's all out of rhythm. There's no constant beat here, so that's why we say it's freely played in the intro. Not until we really get to that first chorus does the beat really kick in. So I'm just going to go over these chords here, and you know, you'd have to play along with the recording to get the feel for how they go in context. Key of G. So we've got G chord here, normal G chord, how we like to play it. A D chord, E minor. We've covered this before, but here we go. You can play it like this, or you can play it with a bar. I play it with a bar, just easier for me. We've got the A minor. We got a C. We've also got an A7 chord, real simple. Then here the D sus chord. So there's one little riff in here once the beats get started that works around the D chord. And you're basically taking your pinky off, putting it back on, going up a fret like this. We'll get into that when that section comes up, but that's really the only real riff in the song. The rest of it's just a bunch of chords. So in the beginning, starting at the top, we got a G, we got a D, we got an E minor. Then we go A minor, C, E minor, D. Do this thing again, basically. G, D, E minor, A minor, C, and we got E minor, C, and then D. So there's an example of just one little subtle change in those 4 bars, but it's important. So it's almost exactly the same, but not really. Okay, so moving on from the first 2 lines there, we're on the 3rd line of the chart. We start with an E minor, A minor, repeat that. Then we've got C, G, A minor, C, D. Then we've got a little bit different. We've got G, D, E minor. Then we've got C, D. Repeat those 2 bars. Then we have a G for a whole bar there. Now this is where the rhythm comes in, where he starts singing My, Miss American Pie. So this is how this section goes. We call it the chorus. We're going to do these next 2 lines. G, C, G, and D. Okay, and that repeats. So here it goes, and we're strumming now. You do that 3 times, and then we do an E minor, 2, 3, 4, the A7. Then you repeat that, or repeat the E minor, and then we start strumming. Here's where the riff happens, okay? So this is all in time. Once you've got the chorus down, and you've got to the E minor, to the A7, E minor, and then here's this riff. So on this riff, the best way to figure this out is with the strumming pattern. You got to look closely on the chart to see where the fingering changes here on the E string, and count how many strokes you have with each fingering. So to begin with, we have 3 strokes on the D chord. Down, up, down. Then we take the pinky off and go up, down, 2 strokes. Then put the pinky back on. 2 more strokes. Up, down. Then we switch to the sus4 chord by moving the pinky up. Up, down. Then we come back down again to the regular D. Up, down. And we switch, or take the pinky off for 2 more strokes. And then put it back on again for the last 3 strokes. Now that's really slow. You've got to bring this up to speed. Like that. It's hard for me to say it and count it out loud while I'm playing it, but you work on it slowly, you'll get the hang of the rhythm, you'll know when to switch your finger based on the stroke or the strumming pattern. Like that. Once you get it up to speed and get comfortable with it, it'll come to you second nature. But it's really just a matter of practice. So if you spend some time doing that, repeat it a bunch, you should be fine. And this riff comes up, throughout the song several times. So now we've made it through the chorus. Now we're going back into the verse. Now this is the first time the verse really has tempo and has the groove. It's really different than the intro, but we'll call it the verse here. A lot of chords here. The strumming pattern does not change, so I haven't really marked it because it's just down, up, down, up, down, up. We just got straight 8th notes throughout the whole song. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So we've got G, then an A minor, and we got a C, back to an A minor, and we go to an E minor, and then the riff. Then once you've gotten through the riff, we have a couple more quick chords. E minor, so that's a G, D to an E minor, then A minor to a C, then E minor again, then we've got the A7, and then we do the riff again. Then we've got these held chords. E minor, D, E minor, and D again. And then what we have here is a little bit of we go back into time again. We've got the C. So C and G and A minor. Do that one more time. C, G, A minor. Now a C. Now a D. And then here we have a repeated section. This is the way I've written it in the chart here. We've got G, D and E minor, A minor, C. Now repeat that. G, D, E minor. Go to the second ending. C, D. Then we're going to the next page. This is where it's kind of the chorus, but it's really just a setup for it. We're sort of warming up to the chorus. So you've got G, C, G, D. Now chorus starts here. So you're sort of building up to that My Miss American Pie. Then we just got the chorus. The chorus, like you've played it before, just has this 2-bar phrase repeating 3 times. Oh, here we go. Chorus 2. 1, 2, ready, go. G, C, G, D, G, C, G, D. This is the 3rd time. And we go to the E minor, A7. E minor again, and then we go riff. Now you've made it all the way through the majority of the form. What we have on the rest of the chart is just repeats of these sections. We've got another verse, the 3rd chorus, another verse, the 4th chorus, a fourth verse, a fifth chorus, breakdown verse, where you're just going through the chords but you're not strumming the whole time. Then another chorus. Then the only thing left here on the chart is the chorus out, the one that takes us out of the song. And everything's just the same. We have the same G, C, G, D, 2-bar motif repeating 3 times. And then we just have a little variant here at the end to end the song, a little turnaround, a little tag, if you will. So here we go. 2, 3, 4. G, C, G, D. Repeat. Third time. Here we go. C, D, G, C, G. And that's it. This is a long song. You've got a lot of repeats here, and there's all these slight variations in the verse section and in the chorus section. So a little tricky to memorize until you've got the lyrics all together with it and whatnot. But play along with the recording and follow along with the chart, and you should be fine. It's a great little sing-along for the ukulele. Just a great classic tune. American Pie.